of these United States is not above the law.
No matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules.
Will you sue him for us?
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the
And now the Trump Justice Department may be a pain in her you-know-what. The Angle has obtained shocking allegations leveled by the Trump administration against New York Attorney General Letitia James. The Federal Housing Finance Agency has sent a criminal referral to the DOJ accusing James of mortgage fraud.
What up? What up? You already know what it is. You have just entered Awesome. Now, Letitia James, AG for New York, Attorney General for New York, has lambasted Donald Trump, President Trump, for years. Now, Letitia James has brought forth a lawsuit and actually won this 400 million plus lawsuit against President Donald Trump. However, that case is in appeal. However, who would have known, right? Other than those who believed, right, that times were going to change right before our eyes. But who would have known that Trump, out of all people, was actually going to survive all of the rhetoric, all of the scrutiny, all of the arrows, plotted land attacks, land bombs, and he survived it. The government would have been pressing on his business as usual, more than likely, because Letitia, how could you get after this man in the fashion that you was? How could you get after this man, Letitia, in the fashion that you got after Trump, and your background was not cleared up? How didn't you clear up your background, Letitia? How did you allow your real estate dealings, paperwork to come back and bite you? How did you, is it because you are the Attorney General? Is it because you are the Attorney General? Is it because you've always had the system in the bag to where you can work with these white supremacists and not be held accountable for your actions, but get on to the camera and charge after everything that is quite good for our people? And then when there's all type of hate in the air and accusations being thrown your way, this is when you want to become super pro-black. This is when you want to do protests and press conferences, attempting to get our people riled up to fight in your defense. And the thing is, you have had the full weight of the government in the palm of your hands. And in the manner that you used that power has been probably extremely disturbing in the majority of the public's eyes. So, it's unbelievable. 94 counts on Donald Trump, And it wasn't just Letitia, however, it was a lot of the AGs all over the country. And now it's going to be very, very tough to wiggle out of this one, Letitia. How could you be so messy like this? You put your father in the same box and column as if your father is your husband. Why would you be like, again, me dipping in politics and understanding how it is in politics, you gotta understand, it's a team thing in politics, sort of. So, for the most part, the Democrats have had control of virtually everything, right? With the assistance of these white supremacy Republicans also. So now the tables have turned. The old oligarch, the old system of doing things has been demolished. And there's no going back to that system. Now Letitia James is out doing press conferences and the paperwork just been dropped on you, Letitia. The same, it's funny because you would, I mean, how many people you done put behind bars? And how many people you done put behind bars probably wrongfully, right? And now the full weight of the government is now coming after you, Letitia. That is unreal. That's unreal. If you would have told me 2 years ago Letitia James would be formally charged from the United States government, I'd have been like, that's a little tough to take right there. With all, you mean all of the scrutiny that Donald Trump was receiving at that time? They were throwing the full weight of what they had as far as all of the tricks in the bag. They were throwing it at Donald Trump and all of his people and an extension of his people and so on. Unreal. And now Letitia has to go to court. Another thing, listen, I know you people, you look at a lot of high profile politicians being put on the stand and accusations being levied to these politicians. It's real. If these politicians are found liable, they will be serving time. But a lot of times, the politicians are in cahoots with the judges, and you know how that goes. So, with Donald Trump waging war on the attorney generals all across the country, it's setting a new trend and a new precedent on how even politicians are going to be handled, even how law enforcement is going to be handled moving forward. So let's just sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back and enjoy the show. We are not a part of the DEI. I understand that the DEI is on the chopping block. I do understand that. But to try and throw the FBAs into the pot of the DEI is extremely incorrect. Okay? So you just go think about that. If you are thinking that, and I've been seeing little clippings, everybody is not DEI. You can't throw us in there. We are FBA, and we are standing on that. And if you have a problem, guess what? We step into it. All right? Now, all of you communities, just mind your business and do your own thing. But FBA standing on business. Letitia James, hey, sorry that you went with the other side, but now the other side can't save you. So, hey, we're going to see what's going to transpire in the future. I love you all, except for the ones I don't. Peace.
In the law, the Trump administration referring New York Attorney General Letitia James for possible prosecution over suspected, get this, fraud over a mortgage on a house in Virginia.
Todd Pyro joins us now with the details. Todd?
Good morning to all four of you. Remember that song from the 90s, Things That Make You Go, This is that. The Ingram angle obtaining documents from the Federal Housing Finance Agency accusing James of, quote, falsifying records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. Now, here is what she's accused of doing. 1, listing a home in Virginia as her primary residence in 2023 while serving as New York's top prosecutor. 2, James reportedly also listed her father as her husband on mortgage applications. And 3, the Federal Housing Finance Agency says she bought a 5-family home in Brooklyn, but misrepresented the same property as only having 4 units in building permit applications and numerous documents. Now, this, of course, is a role reversal of sorts for James. In 2022, she won a $454 million civil fraud judgment against President Trump and the Trump Organization, stating he falsified business records and misrepresented his net worth. That case currently on appeal. James frequently sat in the courtroom throughout those proceedings. No love lost between the two, as you can see in some of these pictures. President Trump reacting to the new accusations against her, writing on Truth Social. Letitia James, a totally corrupt politician, should resign from her position as New York State Attorney General immediately. Everyone is trying to make New York great again, and it can never be done with this wacky crook in office. Fox News contributor and law professor Jonathan Turley also weighing in. Watch.
The irony is perfectly crushing. This is a person who prosecuted Trump for everything short of ripping a label off a mattress. As for James, if we apply the Letitia James standard that she created, there'd be little question here. This seems pretty straightforward.